Welcome back to some regular Toronto life. Kind of back in the city, gotta find what to do. But today we're picking up a 599 HGTE package right here and a Ferrari F8 Spider pulling out right there, and we're gonna drive them back and see what else happens this week. So we are just pulling out of the dealership in this HGTE 599, I think, yeah, 2,500 kilometers. This car is like perfect, as perfect gets. This brown interior, so nice with the bucket seats. Of course, it's the HGTE, so it's like kind of a baby GTO, if you want to say. It's like the track version ish of the GTB. We got probably about a 20-minute drive back, and yeah, F8's right behind us. So yeah, it's been a bit since we drove a V12 Ferrari, probably at least a year, but we're in this HGTE, and the one thing you notice about all these front engine Ferrari V12s is that they're kind of more calm than you'd expect. They don't feel violent or anything unless you actually push them. They feel very comfortable. They're meant to be a Grand Tour car, and that's what they are. That's what this car is, very comfortable. Honestly, not that loud unless you really push it. Whereas the car behind us, the F8, honestly feels a lot more sporty and lower speeds than something like this does. But yeah, I always love driving these V12 engine Ferraris. You know, my favorite car in the world probably still is 599 SL Aperta, so this is kind of the baby version of that. But man, they're such cool looking cars. They age very well. Obviously, the gearbox and everything's not as quick as modern ones, but honestly, I don't drive these cars that fast. I like just kind of cruising with them. They feel special. That's kind of what I care about in a car. So obviously, you know, good day. But for those of you who are new to the channel, who kind of came along as Car Week happened, you know, I got a lot of subscribers over there. This channel, I do all the Car Week stuff. I do a lot of travel events all around North America. But when we're here in Toronto, there's not as much to do. So, you know, little things like that, like picking up cars, driving cars, whatever I have. Like a lot of times I'll have cars for a weekend. For example, we're gonna go to a few car events this weekend that should have some very good cars. Reviews, everything. That's kind of what I do on the channel. So if you enjoy that type of stuff, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of vlog the car stuff we do around here. Always some cool cars around. Winter is a little bit more quiet, but right now it's car season, so there will be cars around. And yeah, so that's the F8 Spider that was behind us. 599 HGT in white with the black roof, tan interior, pretty good spec. Of course, you can tell the HGT, obviously the interior is different, but the most easy way to tell an HGT from regular 599 are these wheels right here. These are exclusive to the HGT. Honestly, they're kind of a hit or miss for certain people, but that's how you can tell between the two. Guys, we're back in a car that we have not been in probably about a year. I think exactly a year ago we were actually driving this car. We're in the BMW Z8, you know, the E39 V8 engine convertible car from BMW. We're going to a huge car meet. There's going to be hypercars, supercars, tuner cars. Everything is going to be there. Kind of to end off summer break. It's Labor Day weekend. Behind us we have the M4 CSL. There's also the SLS and the E36 M3 GT. But we're going to go see a lot more cars we haven't seen in a while. Cars that maybe we haven't seen at all. But, you know, not a bad car top down to do this in today. But in case you haven't watched the Z8 videos from last year, the car is not like any other car. The steering wheel, the dash, everything is in the exterior color of whatever you get for your car. The dials are not in front of you. They're all to the side right here. It just doesn't look like anything else. You know, it feels like an E-Type. Like, that's my favorite way to describe it. It feels like a modern day E-Type by the mirrors, by the hood. You feel like you're like a 60s hot rod, but you're in a somewhat modern BMW. Pulling up to the meet and it's already packed. Then the cars behind us too, but this whole lot's already getting packed. This is all 911, so just one section. They're kind of separating everything to have it organized, but let's pull in and see what else is here. Okay, so parked up next to this SLR with this, like, not a silver, it's like almost like a liquid silver from the 918. Pista right there, of course, the SLS. You guys have seen this before. Same with this and this, but talking about liquid silver, there's the 918 right there. YSAC package next to an AMG Black Series. We're going to go take a look at all these cars. The Senna over there as well. So AMG Black Series, like we said before, but has a McDonald's logo, I guess. I don't know. But YSAC package 918, liquid silver, very cool, with an SVJ right behind it and the red Senna. Okay, so we just ended up in Adam's armored truck, going into the meet again. So round two going in, GT2RS in front of us, but we're in a military armored truck. So decent view of the meet from up here. We're on the armored truck in the turret, but Anthony down there, the GT, the Senna, everything here. You can kind of see how big it's getting. The Aventador 3 4x4s following it. but this whole lot right here is gonna get packed with a lot of really cool stuff. And now we gotta drive all the way over there to somehow fit the car right here, which is significantly bigger than a 4Runner.
I don't know how they're gonna do this.
If you look all the way over there, you'll see the famous YouTuber 6 Cars in the white. Let's go. Really cool color on the Sport Classic. I've never seen a green this light. It's almost like a bit of a teal type of color next to this SVJ Coupe, but let's keep seeing what's coming. So a bunch of cars here, M3 CS, it's pretty cool, but we're about to see something pretty epic turning in. So the white Carrera GT 1 of 4, terracotta interior from Japan here. Oh, it's about to hit us. It's gonna hit us. So a lot of Porsches, but none of them are Carrera GT. And the 918 is heading out. So the meet is done, everything is done. I was not gonna vlog this. I usually don't vlog when we just hang out, but we have a pretty decent gas station lineup and it's all us here. So R33 GTR, 4-door Autech, one of like 300, GT2RS, RS5 Purple One. We drove this to Montreal for the Grand Prix, if you guys remember. Alfa Romeo, and also the SLS Gullwing. Just randomly, like all of us are just hanging out, and it's actually a pretty good lineup here at the gas station. So it's a long weekend Monday. We're in the SLS, and we're gonna go cruise a little bit with the 2 SVJs right here and the Corvette, just around downtown. I don't know what I'll do, but should be pretty fun. Let's pull out, and I don't know where we're gonna go, but very cool here. My favorite Aventador, the LP700 Roadster, and this one's white with white wheels, so I definitely respect this spec. And that's it. We're separating from them for a little bit. The 2 SVJs and the Corvette. You can see the other SVJ back there.